She's Hannah,
She's Amanda.
and we are.
Better with us. Today's history on August 2nd starts us with 1943. On this day in history, PT-109 U.S. Navy torpedo boat under JFK command was sank by a Japanese destroyer during World War II. Who day? Okay. This is an interesting one. I like this one. In 1876, on August 2nd, Wild Bill Hickok, legend of the American West, was murdered in Deadwood, which is now known as South Dakota. Everybody knows Wild Bill, right?
Yes. Okay, yes.
hmm And then we have in 1958, the U.S. atomic sub Nautilus passed under the thick ice cap of the North Pole. And then in 1949, the NBA was formed.
That's cool.
It,
Yeah, that's cool.
Today has been an eventful day in a lot of years.
Yeah, yeah. It has been an eventful day in
Yeah,
past and present.
yeah, yeah.
We're just gonna cancel today.
You see this thing right here?
Uh-huh.
That's Zeus looking out the window.
Ooh, get them.
hmm
Get
Oh yeah,
them.
oh
We used to tell our dog sick 'em,
yeah.
and when she would growl. She don't do that no more though. Can't sick 'em. Stick 'em. Now she just looks at me like I'm crazy. She said, I'm too old for that. Mm-mm. We ready for the zodiac?
We are.
Zodiac of the day. Aries. Although most things seem to be going well for you at the moment, you cannot afford to take your good fortune for granted. On the home front, especially, it would be a mistake to believe that everyone is as contented with life as you are. Ain't your man the Aries? I ain't
Got going?
judging.
What you got going on, Andrew?
Leo. Sometimes in life, you have no choice but to admit that you are moving in the wrong direction and must go back and find the point where you went off course. If you make that your one and only aim today, you can still have a great weekend. All right, Sagittarius. It may seem as if you can do no wrong at the moment. Cancer. But don't be too reckless, especially when dealing with other people's money. I don't know. If you make a bad call, you could end up in debt to people who are not remotely sympathetic to your plight. Whew. Aquarius. Few things in life are risk free, and if you want something enough today, you should just go for it and ignore the potential consequences.
Don't tell me that.
The more you think about it, the higher the cost will appear to be, so don't think about it at all. What you got going
Oh,
on? What you got going on? All right, then. All right, then. Well, do you have any self care for us today?
I do. I have a couple actually.
Oh,
Encourage Encouragement of the day. May you experience something amazing today. Love is a birthright for everyone, including you. Your voice and opinion matter. You are doing the best you can with what you have. Tomorrow is always a new day.
Facts. I
Well,
like
I
that.
would. Okay. Now we're doing movie of the day, which I don't know if you've seen it. I watched it when it like first came out and I love it. It was like one of my favorite movies there for a long time. It is called Elevation. It's from 2024 and has Anthony Mackie in it. It is about survivors of the apocalypse who must stay above 8,000 feet elevation, where these insect aliens that invaded can't survive up there. So they have to live up there. Like it's like the Rocky Mountains that they have to live in, basically. And like obviously there wasn't much up there whenever people were able to be down where, we normally live. So there wasn't really many like supplies and stuff. So they have to make trips down to get supplies and they go into the danger zone. It's a whole thing. They have to go down there to get medication and things like that. And it's a wild movie. I really really liked it, and I think Anthony Mackie did a really good job on it. It is on HBO Max.
All right.
What is our song of the day today?
Song of the day is Goodbye Earl by Dixie Chick.
Hello, is that us?
Mind you. I think it's really funny that you picked that song because you must have been on TikTok where everybody been talking about they're Marianne and not Miley.
Mm-mm, I haven't seen that at all.
There's a whole trend going around on TikTok right now about they're Marianne, not Miley. Because I can buy myself flower. They're saying they're
Yeah,
not that. They're saying they're Marianne. So a
yeah.
whole trend on TikTok right now.
Oh,
So it's
I didn't
really
know
funny
that.
that you picked that song.
Oh, never seen it.
That is so funny. Okay, joke of the day. What kind of music do planets like?
I don't know what.
Neptunes.
I love that. It's
So
adorable.
corny.
I love it.
So
It's
corny.
adorable.
It's corny though. I like it. I like corny.
Me too.
Whereas my husband doesn't appreciate it though, y'all. Okay, just our house is pink. Our neighbor's house is green. It's literally the Fairly Odd Parents. And he's over here like, that is so lame, you're canceled. And I'm like, any millennial can appreciate that. Anyone. What's wrong with him? I do have something I want to talk about. Mind you, Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. What is that, Hannah? What is that? Do you know what that is? My favorite thing. My favorite thing. Okay. Do you remember Wendy's having awesome sauce?
Yeah.
Majority of people don't. They discontinued awesome sauce. That was criminal to me. Okay? Then here comes Ghost Pepper Ranch. I love the Ghost Pepper Ranch, especially love dipping my spicy chicken sandwich in the Ghost Pepper Ranch. Please tell me why today. I'm gonna get my spicy chicken sandwich. They talking about something. We're discontinuing the Ghost Pepper Ranch. What? Excuse me? Like Wendy's, stop coming out with the best stuff and then discontinue it. And if you discontinue my spicy chicken sandwich, we're gonna have a problem. Okay, which I know you're not gonna do that. It's been on the menu forever. Whatever. But the Ghost Pepper Ranch and the awesome sauce, like for real, like the barbecue sauce can't go. Like, I don't understand why you can't just add stuff. Why does something got to be discontinued? Like, I don't care that you're coming out with a whole new line of spices, sauces, whatever. Like, stop getting rid of the good stuff.
Did you see the pop-up thing that Wendy's had for Wednesday?
Yeah.
Did you know? I saw like 5 different videos of people waiting 3 hours just to pull in the parking lot.
No,
Yeah,
that's criminal. I
it's
don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on.
let me just tell you, I would have seen the line and went, nope, not today. Sorry. Mm-mm,
That part. That part.
mm-mm. Got me fucked up. But I did
There we
hear
go.
that the Frosty is good, and you'll probably like the sauces. They all seem spicy. That's what the person said. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about it broke my heart when she said they're
Oh
discontinuing. I said, why do y'all keep doing that? I'm like,
yeah.
I think she thought I meant like the employees. I know it's not y'all. I was talking to Wendy's when I said that. I was talking to Wendy.
Yes.
Why do y'all, what is going on?
Oh yeah. It's they're getting to be as bad as Taco Bell with their shit. You know? Like they always bring stuff back and then they always
The
get rid of it
nacho
and bring
fries, how they went away and came back and went away and came back. Stop doing that.
and then how they got rid of the Mexican pizza for God knows how long and then it finally came back and it's not as good.
Or like how they got rid of the quesarito and they still ain't brought that back. And when I tell you my husband is upset because Taco Bell, and that was like his favorite thing at Taco Bell.
Anders too.
It broke his heart. He ain't gonna say that, but I could tell. I could tell that broke
Mhm.
his little food heart.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's just
I agree.
criminal.
I agree.
I don't get or like McDonald's with snack wraps.
They played so many games with that. It was so dumb. Like,
What?
yeah,
I don't know. I guess if they didn't do stuff like this, we wouldn't have nothing to complain about.
true. We wouldn't have anything to go back for, I guess. But like Burger King doesn't do that. Maybe not. Maybe they do, just not so much. Maybe they're just not so public with it.
Um, Burger King, about the only thing they got good is their fries anyway, with the honey mustard. I like it with the honey mustard. That's about it anyway. It's not. We're not gonna talk about that, but I just don't
I know.
understand. I just don't
Andrew likes.
understand. Yeah, not a huge Burger King fan, but you know what? It just means more for him
Yep.
if nobody has to share. I don't
Yep.
get it there. I don't understand the point in taking away and bringing back. Maybe thinking like customers are gonna buy an excessive amount. Well, yeah, but at the same time, if you have it out all the time, then they can buy it all the time.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
another great thing as an adult, you could just go buy yourself a birthday cake. Ain't gonna be nobody's birthday. You can just go buy one just because you're grown and you have money.
Mhm.
I mean, it might make the birthday cakes at the birthday time a little less special, but that's not the point. If you want a cake, you can go buy a cake. It's just great.
Definitely.
Having adult money is not good.
Not always, no.
Like today was children are expensive, and it's not the children's fault. The children didn't make themselves expensive, which don't make no sense. So,
I agree.
clothing sizes don't make no sense. I don't understand what's going on. Understand.
Stupid. I know. I know. I just spent $350 on Shein for both of them for school clothes on Shein because well, they both need clothes, obviously. But last year, I spent I maybe spent 250 last year on school clothes. Got them both like full new wardrobes. Okay, cool. This year, 350. How is it $100 difference? I don't understand.
Literally, because last year I think I spent like 130 something ish dollars, got her clothes and shoes.
Hmm.
Not this year. Not
Hmm.
this year. This year it feels like it's breaking the bank.
Hmm.
I
Exactly.
just don't understand. It's like I need a whole extra paycheck on top of
Right.
an extra paycheck to even
Exactly.
like I don't understand what's going on. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
And then it's always like everybody needs something at once.
Yep.
You don't want to need something this time. You need something this time. You need something this time. No, everybody got. I looked at my shoes today. Mind you, I love my shoes, but I don't know what that is on them. I don't know. I only have the one pair.
What? What's on them?
I don't. I don't know what that is. I don't know. It might just be mud from like it been raining so much lately. Guess I'll just have to clean them. I don't know what it is. But it's like I only have the one pair. Like y'all can't act right.
Right. Like,
Like I don't like having like one. I don't like having maybe like a pair of like tennis shoes type shoes and then like a pair of flip flops or sandals or something. That's fine. But I personally do not like having multiple. It's too much to keep up with. Too much to lose. Too much. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I like for my kids to have multiple, even though we can't keep up with them either half the time. I like for them to have multiple, but I can't do it. I can't do
hmm.
it. And my husband, he goes through shit. I feel like he goes through she's about like going through underwear. I feel like that made
Yep.
no sense. That made no sense.
Yes. Hmm.
Men and women are not equal. They're not. They are not equal. I don't understand the concept. That does not mean that women can't. I mean, and it could be an individual basis. Don't get me wrong, but as a whole, we're not created to be equal. Men are stronger. Men are like protectors and, you know, like they're just they're stronger in that type of area. They're stronger. They're like they got more muscles. They got I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they just are. They got men's intuition. We have women's intuition. We're like homemakers. Like that doesn't mean that the guy can't go in there and do the dishes. That don't mean that the woman can't go outside and cut the grass. That don't mean that I can't move the furniture around. Is it easier for a man to go out there and cut the grass? Because they got, you know, it, yeah, it's easier. Is it easier for the guy to move the furniture around? Yeah, because they got a little bit more muscle. But the concept behind the equality thing does not, it don't sit right with my brain. I don't know. I don't understand. I do not understand. I don't get it. What are your thoughts? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
So I agree mainly with the individuality part of it because obviously it differs from person to person.
Right.
We can have a UFC woman fighter and you know, little bitch boy over here that says he can beat her ass and she's like, "Bro, come at me." You know, she
Right.
knocks him flat on his ass. Whereas like we could have this man who, let's take Andrew for example. He's a steel worker. He's strong as fuck. He can throw me around, right?
Right.
And then there's me. I'm not nearly as strong as him. I can't do the same shit he does. But you can find a woman who probably can. That he works with them and who can, you
Right.
know? So like I think it just depends on the individuality of it, right? But physiologically, there are there are differences. It's not so much that we aren't equal, it's that we are different, you know? It's that they had certain muscles of theirs are more toned than ours, whereas we have certain muscles that they just flat out don't have, right? Doesn't make us able to lift 200 pounds dead weight, but it's the physiology part that makes the difference in equalities. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just bodies.
Doesn't mean that I won't attempt, or doesn't mean that
Oh,
I can't do the same thing depending on what it is. It might take me longer and it might be harder, but at the end of the day, we are different. We're not created to, we're not created the same.
no, no.
Like it is what it is. That don't mean that I won't try. You know what I'm saying? That mean I won't do it. It might take me a lot longer. It might be a lot harder for me, but I don't understand to an extent, I don't understand the men and women can do the exact same thing. Because yeah, we might can do the exact same thing, but it's still a lot easier depending on what we're talking about for the men to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it also may depend on like willingness, like and necessity also, right? So like if Andrew wasn't here and the dog got stuck under the couch or something, I'm moving the fucking couch, right? Like that's a necessity. Is it going to be as easy for me as it would be for him? Absolutely not. But I'm still going to do it, right?
Exactly.
That's the main point, I think,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
Like,
Like just because it's easier for them to do and they can do it faster or they can do more in a timely manner or whatever, doesn't mean that I won't try, doesn't mean that I won't do it, doesn't mean that I can't get it done, but it possibly could take me a lot longer. But that doesn't mean that I won't attempt to do it.
yeah,
And that doesn't mean that I won't finish, but the statement is still remains true that it would be easier and quicker for a guy to do.
absolutely. Yeah,
Like we're just we're set up different, and that's okay. Like I don't understand why it has to be an issue, really, because we were created differently. Like we have different anatomy, like we have all these things different that makes us able to do what we're supposed to do. So I really don't understand why it's a controversy anyway. I don't I don't get all the things, but I don't know, it just irritates me so bad. It just irritates me so bad because it's like I pick up in areas, you pick up in areas, and that's where it falls into like getting it done.
hmm,
Like it's just I don't get it.
yeah,
I don't get it.
yeah.
Like okay, like I'm a short person, very unfat, really short. Um, so you can tell me, hey, can you get that off the top shelf? Okay, yes, I will drag something over there. I will climb up there and I'll get it. But it would be so much quicker and easier for a tall person to do it. Doesn't mean that I won't attempt to do it. Doesn't mean I won't try. Doesn't mean I won't succeed. It just might take me long.
Mhm. Hmm. I mean, that's like
That's
I'm a
like
very
saying, hey, can you get that off the bottom shelf for me?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might not, like, because they're tall, it's further for them to go down, and they might not be able to get it. You know what I mean? Like it's a balance. It's
Mhm.
a balance. But that don't mean that you won't attempt or you won't try or you might even succeed. that, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't understand the we can do the same thing because, like, yeah, but also no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a very big person. I'm 6 foot tall. And I mean, I'm just in general a big person. So like if someone were to ask me, hey, if someone who was 4'10" was to ask me, hey, can you get that off the bottom shelf? I'm gonna tell you right now, on a day if on that day my hips are hurting me, my heart ain't acting right that day, I might just be like, I can't. Like I'm sorry. But like on a normal day, sure I would. It probably would have been easier for them too. I would. Whereas like, yeah, I if I were to ask you to get something off the top shelf, you'd probably look at me like, bitch.
Like, make it make sense.
Yeah, right.
Make it make.
Like I will say though, I think a lot of the controversy around it did come from um the abuse of power with it. You know what I mean? Kind of like there are men and women, absolutely, but there are people who have abused the whole I'm the more powerful, you know what I mean? Which it is not right in any sense, but I think that's where the controversy came from with it. Whereas if that would have never happened, it probably would have been more widely accepted for us to say, yeah, men do excel in this end, whereas women excel in this end. And
Uh-huh.
that's okay. But along the way, the it became imbalanced. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's where I think
Yep. I just don't. I don't comprehend.
I get it. I know.
Man.
It's not fair. Not fair when
Because
people
never said that I wouldn't do it. I just said it's nice when I never even said, when, like, I say, like you say, you guys, when you talk to, people, or like y'all down here anyway. Um,
now you got us northerners saying it now too.
so like, I was like, I like it when you guys come and do it because there's multiple of y'all.
Yeah.
I never said because they were men. They're the ones who brought that up, and then how somehow got swapped around on me. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't
Wild.
understand why.
Wild work. Wild.
Like, what just happened?
Like, can you say reach? You
I
know?
just don't understand. I just don't understand. Okay.
Hmm.
As
Like,
I was in there doing it,
yeah.
might I add, I was already in there by myself.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. Feel how you feel. I probably think less of you now. We're not going to say whether I do or not. Um, you know,
Oh,
the guy at work, when he pulls the stuff out, I'll go over there all the time and like I'll help him. I'll help him. Mind you, he's like a good like foot taller than me. And he's like, I'm talking about he's over here doing it like this, pulling the stuff out. And I'm over here like like struggling. But I'm still gonna help him because like I don't understand why I wouldn't.
mhm,
But in the middle of me helping him, he comes over there like, I got it. Like, let me do it.
mhm,
That's a man. One. Two, like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, like, it's his job. And physically, it's like, watching him do it compared to watching us females do it, it's kind of like an explosion to my brain. You know what I mean? Because
mhm.
it's like he's doing it with his pinkies, but he's not really doing it with his pinkies. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I tell him all the time,
Yeah.
look at you, you do it with your pinkies in 2 seconds. And I'm
Right.
over here looking like I'm fighting for my life.
Right.
I'm still doing it. I'm
Yeah.
still doing it. I'm still going to go over there and help him whenever I can because I feel like that's just what you're supposed to do.
Right. Be
Like,
helpful.
yes,
If you're doing a job, like you feel like you need to be helpful.
yes. And in the middle of me helping him, he's going to come over there and he's going to be like, I got it. And he's going to do all the hard parts for me and then just make it easier. Because one, it's a man. Two, like it's our job, but like that's his position. You know what I mean?
Right.
And third, because he appreciates the help. So as he and you know what I mean, and appreciates the help, he's showing you, look, I appreciate it. Let me do the toughest part for you, and then you can do the easy part of it.
Exactly. Absolutely.
But I will
That's
forever go over there and help him, just like I would like go and help it. Just blows my mind. I don't know. I mean, you have your days, but as a whole, I don't comprehend not trying to attempt to help as much as possible.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I agree. I
Maybe
get it.
life would be easier if I could take that part out of work. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Oh, I want to talk about the price of fucking school supplies, man. It pissed me off yesterday. Pissed me off. I was angry. All right. I am walking through Walmart with my kids and my husband, and I'm doing the scan and go thing, right? And it gets up over 450. I'm like, are you fucking joking right now? From school supplies? Granted, yes, we got them some shoes, which were one of them was on clearance. The other two were like 15 to $20 a pair, right? So we got four of those.
Yeah.
We got them some undergarments, right? But it's not like we went and bought a fucking five-course meal along with it, right? School supply, even without, I ended up figuring out taking off like the shoes and the under and like the stuff that wasn't like completely necessary. It still would have been like 350.
But shoes are necessary and undergarments are
Yeah.
necessary. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it
Oh
might
yeah.
not have been like school supplies,
Yeah.
but they're still necessity, and that's still an outrageous amount. Why are necessities so expensive? I don't come like greed is insane, and the statement that money is the root of all evil.
Is absolutely true. I absolutely wholeheartedly believe that. It is.
It's
And
criminal. It's criminal.
I will tell you, this whole order was on tax-free weekend. There was no
That's all.
tax. We usually have a 6% tax on non-food stuff. We're not taxed on food. What?
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Our tax is 7% and our food tax is 3%.
Oh, see, I knew that we were like one of the very, very few states that are not taxed on food. So, oh, I can't imagine. That's so shitty.
My grocery order yesterday, $18 of it was taxed.
That's fucking insane.
You know how much I could have bought with $18?
Yeah. More food. But like, I don't buy name brand stuff. I just don't. Like, I don't, especially things like pencils, markers, notebooks, things I just don't. It's not necessary. I think the for only name brand thing I probably have in my house is this that I just got the other day. That's probably it. And like my son has a Minecraft hat. I don't buy name brand stuff. I buy off brand. I always do on everything. because 9 times out of 10 at Walmart it's cheaper, right? And yet here I am. We're not bougie. Yet here we are. I spent 457 dollars for some school supplies.
And that was for how
I
many kids?
I could not tell you how fucked we would be if we have more kids. They just wouldn't get school supplies. I don't know. I don't know what else. Honestly, I genuinely
It's
don't know.
it's really sad because this is their education. It's insane. It's insane for the price of anything, but especially when it comes to necessities.
Yeah.
Housing, electricity, food, a vehicle, because I do not care what anybody says, a vehicle is a necessity. Whether you do it by cab, whatever, it's really hard to get places without a vehicle in some
Yeah.
type of way.
I mean, that's also in the same vein as like internet. You really can't live without internet anymore.
Nope.
Genuinely, you can't. So like when people say that it's not necessary, yes, it is.
Especially if you work from home.
Absolutely. Exactly.
Mhm.
If you don't want your phone bill to be astronomical, you're going to have Wi-Fi, right? If you don't have Wi-Fi, your phone bill goes up. You might as well just pay for fucking Wi-Fi, right?
Right.
Like everything is necessary. It just is.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
know what to tell, I don't know what to tell you. Everything is necessary. If I buy something, it's obviously freaking necessary, you know? And it's not fair that it takes your fucking will and your whole fucking left arm to buy it.
Yes. And then it's like, well, if you didn't get the wants, it shouldn't be like that. Like if you want to go and run and get yourself a cheeseburger meal, it shouldn't cost you half an arm to get the cheeseburger meal. I feel like people work too hard in whatever way, whether it's the person who works outside the home or the person who stays home, you're both putting in work. So, like, it shouldn't cost an arm and a leg to take care of what needs to be taken care of.
Hmm.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't have to pay your way through life.
Right.
I'm just saying that it shouldn't break the bank
Exactly.
to live, to just basic live.
Yeah. Like to me, I don't feel like you should have to choose between paying your electric bill and buying food.
No,
That's not fair.
nope,
That shouldn't be life.
nope,
That shouldn't be a real fucking thing, but it is.
nope. Shouldn't be.
And it makes me so sad because it's like what kind of life is this? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that when people have to choose between literal lights or food, you know? That's not fair.
Between having the electricity to heat the water up, to take a warm bath, to run the washer, the dryer, to be able to do the dishes, to be able to have heat, air, and then eating.
Yep,
You don't eat, you starve. You don't have all these things, then you can't take care of yourself and your family.
exactly.
Like I don't comprehend.
It's it seems to me like it's a cruel existence. You know what I mean? Like it's not fair to have to make these kinds of choices isn't fair, especially I mean as a single person, but especially as a parent. Because there are parents who make that decision every month. you know?
And think about how hard it is for like two income households and like, moms and dads that are together, like the single parents. Like I genuinely don't know how they do it.
Mm-mm.
I couldn't even guess. Like having to, and like childcare is another thing. So like how? Like how do you expect to go out and work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and then child care take half your check? Then you got to pay the lights, you got to pay the rent, you got to buy groceries. Everybody gets denied for food stamps.
Yep.
What?
Hmm.
Oh, well, then you shouldn't have children. Y'all do realize if people stop having kids, society will not continue. If people stop having children because they couldn't afford it, the humans will off. Like eventually everybody is going to,
Like,
like, you have one, two, I shouldn't have to not have children because everything is out of my control. Like that's not fair and that's not right. And I hate the term, well, life ain't fair. No, it's not right that somebody shouldn't have kids because of inflation. So they have to not have the joy of parenthood
mhm.
because of greed.
I mean, even if you think about it, what about the kids that are already here? Are they just supposed to suffer because what? Somebody wants to make an extra dollar?
Hmm.
How is that fucking fair?
Yep.
How is that like you can't tell me not don't have kids when I already have two and it's a fucking struggle. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just drop them off on the side of the damn road because you told me I stop having kids?
Yep.
Like they're already here. I already gotta feed them. So
Yep.
something constructive, please, right? Stupid. I hate it. Like it pisses me off. It pisses me off really bad.
It's
It's
insane.
like it is. It's horrible. Like the whenever people say things like that, like, "Oh, well, if you can't afford kids, don't have them." Those are the same people that get pissed off whenever someone who has their nails done uses food stamps. Okay, so you're mad because Susie's grandma paid for her birthday to get her nails done, and she's using food stamps? Like, why can't people have nice things and eat?
Why can't people be treated every now and then because they work so hard in whatever way that they work so hard, they can't be treated to something?
Exactly. That's not fair.
So you're just supposed to be miserable all the time?
Right.
But then, but then you're not supposed to be depressed. You're not supposed to have anxiety.
Can't do that. No, no.
Can't be traumatized.
Nope.
You just gotta function.
Yep.
Screw all your feelings, screw all everything. Like, let's just be a Roby. What I was gonna say was a robot and zombie, so I guess Roby works.
I mean, hey, it works. It goes together. Fits the point.
See, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Mm-mm.
yeah. Uh-huh.
It's just really sad. It's really
Mhm.
sad.
It is. It really is. It's like,
Not to mention, like, you need to take care of yourself. You need to go to the doctor. Who, like, you can afford insurance. You can afford the copay, the Medicaid, all that, even after paying out the butt for insurance. Like, I don't
exactly.
understand what's going on here. I don't understand. Like, do I choose between paying my bills and buying food and having insurance? I don't understand what's going on. Like,
Yep.
what?
Yep.
What?
Hmm. Oh, I know. I know. And
It's insane.
we are very privileged to have the things that we have. Me and my family. I'm speaking for me and my family, of course. We are very privileged to have the things that we have, right? And I recognize that. I appreciate it. And, I wish the same for other people. But it's the fact that even with how privileged we are, I can't go and get a name brand notebook for my kids for school, right? I have to look at my bank account before I go pick up a fucking prescription. It's fucked. It's a fucked system, and it's built for failure. Even of those that should be able to make it, it's fucked. Yeah.
It's really sad.
Hmm.
It's really sad. It's sad that so many people have to go without things. Like, I feel like the parents should never have to go without a new pair of shoes because their shoes are worn out because their kids need something. As a good parent, is that what you're gonna do? 100%. But without the
Absolutely.
shoes, it's almost it's difficult to do what you need to do to take care of a new pair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just an example. That might not be exactly, but like you shouldn't. Like, parents shouldn't have to skip a meal or two to feed their children because you need to eat to work to live.
Yep. Exactly.
Like the concept is insane.
Hmm.
It is insane. Well, maybe just don't buy that soda. You have to pay for water too, right?
Like, nothing is free. And these people seem to think that, like, that it irritates me so badly when people think that they have their priorities perfectly straight and they tell people, like, oh, should have skipped that McDonald's, or oh, should have skipped that 12 pack of pop or
And I
whatever.
also hate that because you can especially with, like all the rewards apps that's out there,
Oh,
like you can get like pretty decently cheap food, sometimes even free. You know what I'm
hmm,
saying? Because the rewards are like really that good. So
yeah,
just because I have um a cheeseburger and a medium fry and a large drink, like yeah, most of the time, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be $10 plus. But doesn't how do you know this one time I didn't have a gift card and I was like, somebody gave me a $10 gift card for my birthday. I only had to pay like a dollar something, $2 out of pocket. Let me get what my favorite meal is and treat myself.
right,
Or how do you know like I didn't have some rewards or something or they had a special deal going on and I was able to
exactly.
afford to get myself a little treat. Like or being so exhausted from working so much and working so hard, like you don't feel like coming home and cooking, but it's either you cook or you starve.
Yeah,
You can't stop and get yourself a $2 burger because the light bill was $500 this month.
exactly. Exactly. It's like,
And like we are very blessed too.
mm,
Like, do not get me wrong. But being privileged and being blessed doesn't mean that we don't struggle.
oh, no, absolutely. I mean,
Everybody struggles.
oh, absolutely. We all have our own struggles. I think it just so happens to be that a lot of people share in the main struggles. You know what I mean?
And that speaks volume.
Mhm.
Pretty loud to me.
Mhm. Oh
Don't
yeah.
know what that means for y'all to figure it out, but I think we just laid it out for you. But, I don't know.
It could be better, is what I'm getting at. Is
Definitely,
it could
definitely could be better.
maybe one day, whenever
Definitely could be better. I feel
we
like
learn from stuff.
I'm not saying you should just like have it all 24/7. You know
No.
what I mean? But I feel like you should be able to go on vacation once or twice a year, even if it's just for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
You should be without worried about, oh my goodness, is the lights gonna get cut off? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna be no, it should never come to that. Like you should be able to vacation. Like you
Yeah.
should be able to buy a full however you buy your groceries and not worry like, is it enough? Or how am I gonna make this money stretch?
Exactly. It
Like there's
it
people who go without getting decent amount of sleep because their brain won't turn off because they're stressed about everything. They're thinking about everything all the time. Or they got to work so many jobs that they can only sleep 3 or 4 hours a day, a
yeah.
night, whatever.
Mhm.
Like there's people who go without seeing their kids and only spend like 5 or 10 minutes before bedtime. That's not that's not fair to the kid. And then they turn around and be like, well, if the parents was in the life, they not always, but they are. They just don't have like what are they supposed to do? Quit one of their jobs and lose everything and then lose the kids too?
Exactly. Exactly. Because the second them lights get turned off, CPS is knocking on your door. You know, it's like your kids are gone. So now what? You work all that to try and keep the lights on. Couldn't keep the lights on. Now your kids are gone. What else is there? You know, it's this was not the society that I wanted to grow up in. It's not the one that I wanted my kids to grow up in.
Nope.
I didn't want them to know struggle.
Nope.
I mean, certain struggles, obviously, everyone has to go through certain things,
Yep.
but this isn't fair.
No.
You know, it's just not.
It's like thank God they're not going through the same things that we went through,
Right.
but at the same time, I didn't want them to go through anything.
No, no, no,
And
absolutely not.
I would like to hope for the most part that they've barely felt the effects of it, but you're also not naive. They do. They feel it.
Kids are smart.
Hopefully we took the brunt of it off. You know what I'm saying? That it's not traumatizing or whatever. But you never know till they're grown or older.
Yep.
It's really sad.
It is. It is. And it's like there's certain things we have no control over. And
Right.
it's really like at the at the time in our lives whenever our kids are grown and they look back, I just hope that they know that we tried, right? But
Right.
like it's kind of like then we have these people telling us, "Oh, well, you could be doing more," or "Oh, you could be doing better." And it's like, where?
Yep.
Send me the directions because I'll go.
It's like you're not allowed to have any emotions get in the way. You're not allowed to have any downtime. You're not allowed to be depressed. You're not allowed to be anxious. And it's like you do realize I don't control these things.
Yeah,
That they just happen to me.
right.
And then I have to figure out how to get myself out of it
Hmm.
or like move past it. Like, do you think I want to feel like this all the time?
Right.
Do you think I want to like be like feel like I'm crazy?
Right. Exactly.
Do you think I want to like lose sleep or have nightmares or any of the things? Like,
Exactly.
you think I'm choosing this?
Uh-huh. Exactly. Absolutely. That's what people say. That's what I feel like that's what people genuinely think.
It's in like I don't like. Are you blessed enough like that that you don't have to know what it's
Ex-
like?
Exactly.
Because I love that for you, and I'm so glad you don't. But don't treat me any less because I do.
There
Pause.
are people who only think their struggle is valid too, which really is very frustrating because it's like them people who say, "Oh, I walked 10 miles uphill and this 10 feet of snow." Yeah, okay, that sucked also. I agree that fucking sucks. That doesn't mean my shit doesn't suck, you know? Like,
That should mean that the only way my stuff sucks is if it was the exact same thing that you went through.
even if it was, theirs will be harder always. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. There's people who will always only ever think that what they their struggle was the only struggle that was valid, nobody else's. There are some people who will complain until they're blue in the face about just anything and everything. And it's like, you know, all these problems are very easily solved, right? And I'm not talking like they hate their job or, you know, like, oh, I don't ever have any money or,
And then
oh, you know,
when sometimes things aren't easy, but sometimes it's necessary for it not to be easy because you
yeah,
learn things through it.
exactly.
And then you can
Absolute.
feel that much more accomplished for whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. I agree completely. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have said that these things are easily,
some of them are. And some of them
yeah,
aren't like, okay,
like
just
setting
do
an
that and
alarm.
it's problem solved. Now, if you do that and it's not problem solved, okay, we'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to work with it, but,
Right.
and then sometimes it's just like, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's when you be like, one, there's Google.
Yeah, that's,
Two, you can always like ask somebody,
yeah,
like,
right. Like, I have lived with ADHD for basically my whole life. If somebody were to ask me what I do to cope with it, I would very happily tell them. Absolutely. Because I've lived with it.
one of my things that I'll do is I'll be like, this is what I do. And I'll tell them what I
Mhm.
do for certain, like whatever it is, you know. And then I'll be like, but I don't know though. You know what I mean? Like, that's worse for me. I don't know. Like,
Yes.
don't come blaming me because it didn't work for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what
Yeah.
works for me. I can only tell you. I like it when I like knowing how people do the exact same thing or
Mm-hmm.
get to the exact same place and how they did it because somewhere along the way you learn bits and pieces and you figure out what works for you.
Yeah.
A piece of this one, a piece of this one, a piece of this one, and a piece of this one, and a piece of this one. You put it together, and that might work for you. A piece of each one.
Exactly.
So, like,
Exactly.
it's always
Absolutely.
good to get like multiple points of view, multiple things, because you might figure it out
Yeah.
what works for you.
Exactly. I mean, and not even to mention if you are getting information from other people on how they handle it, and you're putting all these things together, it's kind of like, yeah, like you may find if you put all of these things together, you may find your gold key. You know what I mean? You know,
Mhm.
like it may just take time. It may not be easy, but you'll find it, you know.
Right. Like, say you want to learn how to make homemade biscuits. Think about how your grandma did it. You think about how your mama did it, how your aunt did it, how your husband's aunt did it, how you all these people who did it. One of them might actually work for you, and if they don't, maybe you can like, you know, figure it out, or you might have to just research something completely different and figure out how it works for you, and then tweak
Exactly.
the recipe until it's perfection and how you like it.
Exactly.
I
I
don't
do
really
not make it
know.
in that vein, I don't make good biscuits. Never
Yeah,
have.
I don't think I've ever attempted to make homemade biscuits. Uh, 'Cause I don't want to put in the work to do it. Let's like be honest. Like, and that's another thing. If you don't really care to put like, I don't like the well, you just lazy. You don't want to deep. You just deep like put in the work. I don't. That's not something I care to put in the work for.
Yeah. Oh,
I
absolutely.
I
I don't
like the
blame you.
frozen biscuits and the canned
Heck
biscuits
yeah.
just fine.
There
You
you
know what I
go.
mean? But if that's how you feel, then learn how to make the homemade biscuits.
Exactly.
I'll just eat other people's homemade biscuits if they make them, and I'm blessed enough to get them. I don't know what to tell
Exactly.
you. Like, just because
Absolutely.
you feel like, oh, well, you should just do it, figure it out and do it. Maybe that's not something that I care enough about to figure out and learn how
Yeah.
to do.
Exactly.
Like, it's okay for that to be what you want, but that doesn't mean I have to want to do that too.
Right.
And have
Exactly.
a different interest. Maybe I want to perfect how to make homemade rolls.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or maybe like I
Yes.
want to make homemade garlic bread.
Yeah. Exactly. That's one thing. We
Like,
can all
nobody
have
needs to know
different.
how to make rolls and garlic bread, but maybe that's what I want.
Right. That's the thing. We can all have different goals, different aspirations, different things we want, and it's all valid. It's all fine. And if you don't want to do my thing, that's cool. Who am
We
I to
also
tell you
don't
to?
have to talk about it.
Right. Like it's fine. Like I like just as an example, my fish keeping. It is not an interest of everyone's, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me because my fish keep me happy enough. I don't have to talk about it with people, you know?
Right.
If I'm happy enough with what I'm doing, I don't have to spread the word. I can go on Facebook groups and do that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Whereas, like, there are some people within the fish community who seem to think that they are the only ones who know how to do absolutely anything and they are always right and their word is God's word. No, bitch. I've been doing this shit for a long time and I'm doing just fine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like sometimes there might only be one way to do certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's only one way to take a shower in a bath, and that's with water. The order
Yeah.
you do it, whatever. But if you ain't got water and soap, you ain't getting nowhere. Okay.
Ain't getting nowhere
Like
now.
that is what it is. But sometimes, like you can't wash dishes without water and soap. You know what I mean? Can't wash clothes without water and soap. That's just that. Now, the brand, the scent, the whatever, that I don't care. But the basic, you gotta have the water and soap. Please use the soap.
Yeah.
Lots of it. But that doesn't mean that everything is a one-way street.
No. Very, very, very few things are only one way. Truly. It's a fact. Like everyone goes about things differently. But even if we break down the whole shower thing just a little bit, just in like the order in which you wash in the shower. Everyone does it,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Like you might bathe your body first and then wash your hair. Do I think you should do it that way? No. But if that's how you want to do it, as long as you got the water and the soap,
Yeah.
you're gonna get clean
Yeah.
ish, in my opinion, but you're gonna get clean. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as you got the water and the soap, you're gonna get there.
Exactly.
I
Like
don't
I
know.
don't
Like
I like at its core, there are a lot of things that you can do a million different ways, and none of them are wrong. But there are very few things that you have to do one way.
yep, yep.
Right.
Well, sleeping, you kind of gotta like at minimum be sitting to sleep. Standing up difficult. You might can. I don't know you're a horse, but as long as you sitting, you can sleep. I prefer to lay down.
Yeah,
But if you want to sit and sleep, you sit and sleep. I don't know. But like, yeah, like there's so many things. There's multiple ways to do it. Like
yeah.
everybody thinks differently. Like that's another thing. We weren't created to be the exact same.
No,
If everybody was the exact same, you wouldn't have to love people because of their flaws. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to learn you wouldn't learn all the diversity things that is out there.
exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
that's one thing that kind of, creates unconditional love
Yeah,
is because even though we do different things and my flaws might not be your flaws and your flaws might not be my flaws, and we might think about something different, like, I still should love you.
mhm.
I don't have to agree with it or like it. Uh, Take a little while.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Amanda, and we are.
Better with us. You can't pour from an empty cup.
So refill it every day.